Got stabbed at work, asked to finish my shift. I'm a nurse. And a couple years after nursing school I was pulled to work in the psych ward for a few hours. Because of critical short staffing. Never worked there. Should have refused. But new nurse and wanting to be a team player. Was told by senior psych nurse to ask a client returning from a day pass to put his personal belongings and have been to go and lock up the belongings, not the patient. He puts his wallet, keys, cigarettes into the bin, and I noticed he's holding something in his hand and slightly turning away like he's hiding something. I'm thinking it's drugs or cigs. I asked him what he's got in his hand, and he lunges at me and slashes my leg with a box cutter. Security called. PT put in seclusion. Trip to the ER and a 4 inches gash requiring over a dozen stitches on my left thigh. Thank goodness for thick thighs. No veins or arteries were severed. After I'm done in the emergency department, I go back to my unit to debrief with my unit manager. She asks if I'm okay. I tell her it doesn't hurt much, I'm just a little shaken up. She then promptly asked if I would please finish my shift out on the med-surg ward. Because we are short-staffed. This is how nurses are treated. Psych patient was never arrested. Wow. Most of my family work in healthcare, so I can see firsthand how it can be stressful. It definitely takes a special type of person to be able to do it. Your manager was incompetent, but I think the overall issue is within the system itself. And the constant short staffing. This is rich plutocracy owners wanting as much as possible for as little as possible. I'd be afraid of you messing up your stitches if you went back to work right after. No thank you, I'd be like, debriefing done, go home. Already gonna have workman's comp issues. Don't want a lawsuit too. You should be able to press charges. I can't imagine any country where that isn't criminal assault. Some patients are obviously too dangerous to be in open society. But even violent criminals can be charged with additional crimes if they commit them. This is so true. Nurses are like slaves. They are treated poorly. Never hear, "Oh, good job." Only hear if something goes wrong. Administration only cares about how much the hospital makes. NGL. I'm surprised security didn't search him and have him change before going into the ward. That's exactly what happened to me when I was admitted. They used a metal detector too. Everything I had and everything my mom brought me was searched. They wouldn't let me have the candy my mom brought for me, and I told them she thinks weed is the devil. Thick thighs save lives once again. Thank you, sister. You make the world a better place. I would call the police and report the patient. Clearly there needs to be an action. I would go home and get medical leave if possible. I feel like there's a bit missing here about why the short staffing being related to profit. Also a lot missing on the way psych help is handled in North America. You shouldn't have been treated this way at all. I'm sorry to read it. Psych patients in the psych ward are never arrested for obvious reasons. It is very easy to win an insanity plea for them. They already have a severe enough psych history to be admitted to a psych hospital and worse enough symptoms to stay the night. Yeah, I'm a psych nurse and once got bitten by a patient. It broke the skin. Off to the ED to get a blood test. I was told the patient didn't have capacity to consent to a blood test, so I had to wait a couple of months before going back for another blood test to make sure I hadn't caught Hep or HIV. No support. Just was told to use protection ND not to bleed around my loved ones. Was in the ED. Waiting for about 2 hours, then went back toy ward. Asked the manager if I could go for my break on my return, to be told, "You've just had 2 hours off the ward. What more do you want?" Single quote, single quote, single quote. Huh. Wonder why they were short-staffed. BT dubs. This is basically why I got out of unskilled nursing. Working for the elderly, you will get hit, pinched, groped, stabbed with utensils and canes, accused to theft because they don't remember where they put things. I once got bit by an 80-year-old who then put her fake teeth in the trash and accused me of throwing them away. I have had lit cigarettes thrown at me for saying, "We can't smoke here." Oh, and if you ever try to explain the difference between unskilled and skilled nursing, and tell them you can't help with medication, you stole that medicine, or you're trying to kill the patient, according to them, then your supervisors and admin, none of whom has worked with patients in years, if ever, and who might make 4x what you do, try to condescend to you about grace and tolerance and playing through the pain. I spent 7 years in the field, and when Hurricane Michael crushed us flat, even as an atheist, I took it as a sign to get the F out of Florida and out of nursing. I have permanent scars, physical and mental, from that job. Never again. Thick thighs save lives. That would be an immediate one and done for me and a walkout. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. This sucks. I'm an emergency physician and our hospital even has it posted there is zero tolerance for this, and police will be. You can call the police yourself and have charges pressed. This is the most American thing I've read today, thanks. If it breathes, it works. Thick thighs really do save lives. When I was in the Navy, I took a rather bad blow to the head. Some other idiot did not secure a line, and when the ship shifted, the line and the 20 pounds pulley at the end smacked me upside the head. Ended up on the ground and unconscious for 30 to 40 seconds. Crew got me up, sent me to infirmary. Chief found out as I was still on the ground. Goddamn it, raccoon. If you aren't back after seeing the nurse, I will have you cleaning the heads for a month. Quote, I go in. Nurse checks me out. Clear concussion. Blurred vision. Double vision. Splitting headache. Doctor looks. Does not like the state of my head. Thinks I might have blood pooling on the brain and fractured skull. Orders me Evacuate to Balboa Hospital 10 miles away from where the ship is docked. X-rays show spiderline cracks. Major contusion. They hospitalize me and take regular X-rays to decide if they need to relieve the pressure with a hole in my head. Fortunately, IV meds bring the swelling down quickly now that I am in the hospital and not moving around. Oh yeah, Chief. I was faking it. Ended up with a medical discharge because the headaches and blurry vision continued for months. Took 10 years to fully recover. Surely the cops were involved here? I used to teach at a gym and I was assaulted by a student. He had a degenerative disease affecting his cognition, so nothing could be done. I had to keep teaching my class and he refused to leave the room. Everyone was really scared.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.